Hey guys, how's it going? Sean back here with Everything REI. And in this video, I want to go over my 9-month update on my life after leaving my full-time job. Coming right up. So hey guys, welcome to the channel. If it's your first time here, my name is Sean. I'm an investor here in the Bay Area. On this channel, we go over real estate investing tips and tricks to help you learn more about the business and to help you achieve your financial goals. These types of videos are pretty interesting because this is just a kind of vlog on my progression in the past couple of months. You've seen my ups and my downs and all the struggles I've been going through, and this is not a place for me to like brag or even teach. This is a place for me to just document my journey so that I can look back into it, a few years from now and see what were the challenges that I was facing and how did I handle it in the future. And hopefully in the future, if I do, end up making things work out, then you guys can look back and say, oh, I was in his similar situation. If he can get out of it, then I can too. So this is the 9-month journey since I left my full-time job, and it's been super, super interesting. In this past month, we have had this huge coronavirus. So yes, if you're watching this in the future, this is the moment when we got hit with the coronavirus and we had the shelter in place situation. So that means that we actually couldn't leave our homes. We're forced to stay here all day, and we can't go out to movies, we can't go to restaurants, we can't hang out with friends at parties, nothing. We're stuck here and we're forced to do our business all at home. I have my roommates here, so even speaking this loudly is kind of awkward sometimes because I know they can hear me talking. Podcasting has been fine because I do it all online anyways. I'm still releasing 2 podcasts a week. I'm still releasing 3 videos, sometimes even more videos a week now because I have nothing else to do. Coronavirus meant that I actually can't go to the gym. So every single day I do about 100 burpees in my house, and it's actually very, very tiring and painful. The first few days I did it, I got really sore because I don't really do calisthenics. I usually just use weights. The coronavirus has affected us pretty hard, I guess. I mentioned before that I converted one of my flip projects into an Airbnb rental because it wasn't actually going to be able to sell for a good price. So by doing that, we thought we can get more cash flow. Obviously with coronavirus, we had to reduce our prices again so that we can stay occupied. And also while we're occupied, it's kind of awkward because you have all these random people living in your house. It's a scary situation because the coronavirus is going around. I don't really understand why people are booking my Airbnb still because it's not like there's business travel right now. Maybe they're traveling nurses, I don't actually know. But at least we're occupied, so that's good. We were in the middle of doing a refinance, but because of this issue with the coronavirus, the refinance didn't go through. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to get my loan done, and I had to figure out a way to see what I can do because our loan is coming up, which means that I need to either refinance or pay them back off in a couple months. So we're hoping that this whole situation gets handled and then I can refinance later in the future. At the same time, my roommates here were all planning to leave, and this could be for whatever reason, like we're hanging out with their girlfriends or their work is too far from my house now. And instead of just trying to rent out the rooms one by one like I was before, I just said, screw it. I'm going to do Airbnb because Airbnb is working very well with my property in Santa Clara. Why not do it here in Milpitas? So I'm actually having my girlfriend, Sharon, help me design my place. So we've actually done some stuff like change our dining room chairs to something more modern looking. We changed my lock to become a smart lock. So instead of having to give everyone a key or hiding it in a mailbox or something, you just have to type in your code that Airbnb can send to them directly. So I don't have to worry about creating new keys for every new person. So anyways, the keys are installed. We actually updated my living room too. So my living room used to look like an ugly frat house. It had all these like nasty looking sofas that we just carried from college. And we bought some new stuff on Amazon. One of the things I learned from doing my Airbnb with the Go Property Hop group and the one in Santa Clara was that we were buying a lot of stuff from Wayfair. And Wayfair is a great company to work with, but they are extremely expensive. They are very, very expensive for furniture that you can probably get for, 30% on Amazon. Like there are some tables that cost $1,000. At the time, my head was just too flustered. I had too many things going on that I didn't want to bother. I just cut a check and let them handle it. But now that I have my girlfriend helping me, we're actually browsing things together, we're not under some crazy time crunch, I'm able to actually shop and I see, oh, I can probably get a similar table for $300 instead of $900. And I can have it sent to me from Amazon. I don't need to get it shipped from Wayfair, which means that they have to go through the warehouse in China and then send it over by a boat and then wait a whole month. in the future, if I do an Airbnb rental, I'm going to have this list of all these different items and just click, 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 put them all in my shopping cart and then buy it all at once. And that way I don't have to worry about making a custom order for Wayfair every single time. That just seems like very inefficient. So in the future, I probably will not go with Wayfair again. And also at the time, we were buying things from Wayfair, Best Buy, Amazon, IKEA, Target, Home Goods. We were going to all these different stores to try to find the best deals, but that was such a waste of time. Again, just go to Amazon, buy everything there at once, and then have Amazon send it to you in the future. Going forward, I'm going to start doing that. And after doing these calculations, I thought, wow, this is actually something that I actually enjoy. This is something that I have enough money to actually do, and I can replicate the success because I actually know a lot of people who are doing this strategy. So once all this coronavirus stuff is finished, I think that might be the new business model that I might pursue. Of course, I'm still doing the whole wholesaling thing and flipping thing, but it's been very difficult to get leads, especially considering I'm not actually sending out consistent volume of direct mail. Like the heavy hitters that I know are sending like between $5,000 and $10,000 worth of direct mail every single month. And I'm not in a financial position to do that kind of volume. So until then, start small, build your cash flow, and who knows, maybe I'll start looking into purchasing out-of-state rentals again. These are something that I have to figure out. It's kind of like a brainstorm in my head. I haven't actually mapped out the whole plan yet. But for the next few weeks, I'm focusing on converting this house into an Airbnb rental. I know I mentioned a couple weeks ago, but Milpitas actually just released an Airbnb ordinance. So that kind of sucks because now you have to do more inspection. You can't just release it and then have people like book your room. So a way around that is to just make it all 30-day plus rentals. Then the city of Milpitas doesn't have a say in what you can do and what you can't do. They were supposed to release their ordinance on April 2nd. And as of now, we are not there yet. So I don't know what their actual ordinance is. But yeah, we'll see what happens in the future. I think converting this into an Airbnb would be very great too, because eventually I can even rent out this room right here and then I can go peace out and I can just go live somewhere really cheap. It really doesn't matter. And I can just have this property be a cash flowing generating machine. We'll see. We don't know. Now in terms of working my full-time job, I left my engineering job, but I got another job working at Conventus Lending, which is a hard money lending company. And it was really cool because I actually got a couple of closed deals from people who watch this channel. So for those of you who are watching this YouTube video, thank you for watching. That's kind of like what my business model is. I don't actually work in the office. I don't really take too many random phone calls, but I do create content. So I create a podcast twice a week and I create videos like this 3 times a week. And just by continuously blasting out this information, I do get some people who hit me up and say, hey, I do need a hard money loan. Can you help me with it? And by doing these things, I'm actually helping the hard money lending company get more business. So by that way, I get paid too. So it's like I get paid to do what I love, which is great. And yeah, just having people who close deals because they heard of my show on YouTube or on the podcast is extremely exciting because I don't know them in person, So it's like, wow, it's actually working. This is great. Back to the coronavirus. The coronavirus has meant that we can't do any of our real estate meetups. And that's been really hard for me personally because I love going to meetups. They're like my friend group, right? They're all my friends and we can all talk about a subject that we all love, which is real estate investing. But because of this shelter in place situation, I can't host meetup groups, which means I can't promote my podcast, my videos, and Conventus. And it also means that I don't get to hang out with my friends that much. So I've been actually spending a lot of time with my girlfriend and my roommates. We watch some TV together, we play a lot of video games. And to be honest, it hasn't been very good on my mental psyche because now I wake up really, really late. Because in my mind I think, okay, what do I have to do today? I don't have to actually go to an early morning meetup. I don't have to prepare for a late night meetup. I don't have to go hang out with some friends or get lunch with another investor. So what's the point of me waking up early? I can just wake up, read some manga on my computer and eventually do a video like this or do a podcast and then I'm done for the day. Ultimately, I maybe only work a couple hours a day and then that doesn't feel very productive. Like I feel like there should be more that I could be doing with this time, but I honestly don't even know what that is. I have to figure that out. So one thing I've been doing now is journaling. When I journal, I think about what are the next steps that I can take such that when this is all over, I can pounce back in and execute on my plan. Honestly, I haven't figured that out yet. Right now, I'm thinking it is to focus more on Airbnb and maybe work on some property management type stuff, but it's still not 100% clear yet. What is that thing that I'm gonna do that I'm gonna specialize in and I'm gonna get really good at? In terms of the video content, So because of coronavirus, my podcast listens have dropped maybe 10%. It hasn't been too much of a drop, but it's pretty much 100% correlated because of the no commute situation. I feel like people really listen to podcasts when they're on their commute anyway, and because everyone's kind of working from home, they don't really listen as much. And I'm okay with that because I know that once this is done, they're probably going to go back and listen to these episodes anyway. And also, I think when you're in a financial crunch, you don't really want to think about real estate investing or how to make more money. You're just worried about how to protect what you already have. It's like a mindset thing, and I totally understand because I've been in a similar situation. Like, when you have a lot of money, you want to learn how to make more money. So you go to conferences, you go to meetups, you spend money on courses, it doesn't matter. But when you don't have a lot of money and you're barely holding on to what you have left, it's hard to want to think bigger at that moment. And I think a lot of people are frozen in that mindset right now. But the YouTube has been going pretty well. In the past month, I think the YouTube subscriptions have gone up by about 25%. And I think this is just like a part of the exponential growth curve. We'll see what happens. I mean, I think again, because of the coronavirus, I don't predict that my channel will go up even higher in the next couple of weeks, simply because once you're stuck in a shelter at home situation, you're not really seeing other people, so you don't want to think too much bigger. You just think of comfort, right? So you're going to spend more time watching like YouTube videos about like video games or something instead of a video about how to better yourself. And I think this is where maybe we're going to be flat for about a month or so. But it doesn't matter to me because this is all just a consistent effort. If I can just be consistent, then in 5 years, we'll be good to go. But the question is, can I sustain for 5 years? I think so, but we'll see. I've also been reading some books. And again, to be honest, because I've been so busy reading other things, I haven't been reading actual books that can help me improve my mindset. It just kind of it feels like spring break. It's hard to say, I don't feel like the need to want to read a book about bettering yourself when you're on spring break. I think that I just need to get out of my system. I need to just, read a bunch of manga, watch a lot of Netflix and YouTube TVs, and then just feel really shitty about myself. And then I'll say, okay, no more, cut for a month, and then get back on the self-improvement train and read more books about that. Another challenge that I did this month was a no social media challenge. Obviously, I can't have zero social media, but basically I used to be scrolling on Facebook all the time, Instagram all the time, and in the past month, which is March, I decided no more scrolling on Facebook, no more scrolling on Instagram. I actually deleted the Facebook app from my phone. I still don't have a YouTube app on my phone. And so because of that, I can only talk to people on Messenger with my phone. On Instagram, I still do message people on Instagram. So obviously you see one or two images on Insta, but I don't scroll endlessly like I used to. And I think that's been good. It definitely helps your mental mindset when you are going through periods of growth. You don't really want to compare yourself to other people, right? So it's good to stay away from that. But I have been using the social media platforms to post. So I think posting is fine because you're just making your brand stronger, but consuming social media is very bad, especially for your mental psyche. So I'm glad that in the past 30 days or so, I haven't been on social media that much. Another thing about the coronavirus is that my girlfriend has been very, very concerned about our health. So instead of even going out to get food, like takeout, she says that there's a chance that the food preparers could be sick themselves and could get the food diseased, and then when I eat it, I get sick. So we've actually been cooking at home every single day for the past week or so. And because of that, I've actually learned how to cook again. It's obviously a lot cheaper and it's obviously a lot healthier with smaller portions. And it's been good. It's been good. Definitely kind of a time sink because you're spending time cooking it, but it's cheaper and it's healthier, and I think it's a good habit overall. I don't know if I'm going to continue it once this quarantine is lifted, but at least I know that I do have the skill set to cook food and it is healthier for you. And it's funny because I'm actually eating healthier than I did last month when I did the no junk food challenge. Because during the no junk food challenge, I was still going out to get food. And when you go out to get food, they have bigger portions and you don't really know what they're actually putting inside the food you're getting. So this has been a super, super interesting month. It is month 9. The economy is kind of going to some crazy crisis. We do have some black swan event where the market has gone down 30% in the past week. And I don't know where the future lies for real estate, to be honest. But I do know that if you can get passive income that exceeds your passive expenses, then you're going to be good to go, no matter what. So maybe in the future, once I do recover from this, I'll focus more on achieving more passive income rather than just being more greedy and getting that big checks from flipping and wholesaling. So we'll see how my strategy changes over time. I really don't know. I'm also in a period of flux, and I'm just confident that I know that. Look, the whole reason why I even got into this is because I didn't want to be like my old coworkers back at my full-time job. They were in their 50s, they're complaining that the company was taking away their benefits and not paying them enough money. And I thought, man, what a sad life where you have to rely on another person or entity to sustain your livelihood. Now imagine if you're working a full-time job and this thing happens and you get laid off, like, what do? Right? You need to have some kind of hustle. You need to have income coming in either through real estate investing or from another business, and not just one, right? But multiple streams of income, because if one shuts down, you can still survive from the other streams of income. And I know that for a fact by leaving my job last June and by focusing on this career, yes, it's probably hard for the first year or two, especially if you can reminisce and think, man, if I just stayed at my job, I would have another 6 figures or so because of my income. But also thinking about all the time you spent at that job and how by working there, you're not happy while being there, and also it kind of like directs you towards being there even longer. So temporarily you might have more money, but it also forces you to kind of stay in this career trajectory. Whereas if you break off early, it's gonna suck in the beginning, but eventually you'll be able to do really, really well. So we'll see how it goes. We're on month 9, baby. Almost 1 year from leaving my full-time job. Let me know what you guys think. Has this been an interesting journey for you guys or not? Leave a comment down in the comment section below. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel to see more videos just like this one. Thanks again for watching, guys. I really appreciate your time, and I'll see you guys at the next one. Take care.